Alright, we're live. Let's see. Will he join? Will he join? Alright, we're live. Is he gonna join? Is he gonna join? Let's see. Let's see. Is he gonna join? 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 I am waiting for him. So whenever he gets here, I will start it. He's here. He's here, everybody. He is here. Thank you for joining. I will, hold on. Let me turn off the screensaver. There we go. I just turned off the screensaver. Hello. He's here. He's here, chat. He's here, chat. Hello. Everybody smash like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more 2026. He finally made it. He finally made it. Let's go. Let's go. All right, let's go ahead and start. I'm excited. I'm excited. Let's do this. Let's do this.
Here at the parking lot at the New Braunfels train show, and happens to be right next to a signal yard. The train's passing as well, but the convention center's right over there. We're gonna go check it out.
Steve, the guy that did this is the
Here's all the stuff I got here at the New Braunfels Train Show.
Sorry guys, my internet might be slow, so the stream might lag a little bit. I really do highly apologize for that. Do you guys have any questions so far? I am super excited that the railroad guy is here watching his own content with me that he made, and we're watching it together. That is splendid, awesome. That is really awesome. Ooh, we already have 4 people. That's awesome. Alright, let's continue.
Got some signs. A lunar wayside. Track work sign. A Harman incandescent light. And then this pair of Western Cullen Hayes lights on a Safe-Tran light manifold.
Shout out to RS and S, by the way, for joining my live stream and watching his content. Shout out to him.
And this wayside signal right here. I just got back from the New Braunfels Train Show with all sorts of signals and stuff, and just going out here and setting out, seeing where I want to put all of it. And the first thing I was able to move, because it's just the smallest and lightest out of everything I got, other than the signs, is this wayside signal. And it's the first one that I have that has a color lunar on the inside. Now it is LED, which I'll show in a minute on the inside, but I think I'm going to put it here right by switch 5 out here and have it tied to the switch circuit controller. And here's the back side, and I'll show the inside of it. From what I found on the date on the inside of this, it's from 2010, and I don't know if it was repainted or if this is just the condition it was in. To me, it looks like it has been painted, just like the other signal I have, but...
That's funny. That year is very familiar. I'm not going to tell you guys because most of you guys already know. So, if you guys don't know, I will let you guess.
Open it up.
If you guys would like to guess, go ahead and start leaving chat, and I will respond yes or no.
And usually the color of the lead wires going into the LEDs are the same color as the LED itself. So if it's white, it's lunar. If it's red, green, yellow. And those are really the modern LED colors. Back then there was certain aspects that used purple and a couple other really special styles and stuff, but when it comes to LEDs, it's just typically lunar, red, yellow, also known as amber, and green. Now on the inside here, I thought this was homemade as far as the module on the inside, but it turns out it is an official railroad module, and I was happy about that. Now the information is on the top side. I'm not sure who the manufacturer is. Okay, it says GE, as I figured. So yeah, it's a GE, and I believe this is 5 3/8 of an inch lens. I'm not quite sure on this, but I'll figure it out. You have the peephole right here.
Okay, what? Okay, dude. What does this go? Like, what does this connect to exactly? What does this what does this connect to? I am curious. Like, where does it go? Does it go on the track? Does it go to the crossing? I think it goes to the track somewhere. I think. Because it's right next to the railroad track. I would think it would go right next to the railroad track, but that's just me. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We only got one viewer now. Who is it? Who is it? Is he even still here? I'm sure he is. I'm sure he is. Yeah, I'm sure he is. Let's see. Ah, there he is. Oh, nice. That's awesome.
And you'll look through that and actually point the wayside head to its intended location.
Alright, question. When is your next video? When is your next video? Okay. Alright. Couple of things regarding with that. One, is there any way you can try to let me know in a post or whatever when it will be released, so that way I can make a schedule, like that way I can make a live stream schedule, so that way I can live stream it with you. Number two, can you give me a shout out in your next video? Like, shout out. Okay. All right. And two more questions. Number one, do you like doing this with me? Okay. I will, I'll keep an eye. I'll keep an eye on stuff. Yeah, it's funny because I did a live stream a little bit ago, waiting for you, and I went into your profile, and then I saw the post, and I'm like, oh, okay. So I pretty much started the live stream like a whole hour early. uh, I was literally expecting it at 6 o'clock. I was literally expecting it at 6 o'clock, like an hour ago. So. I have one more question. Before before we resume. Man, I can't talk. Um, you are still subscribed to me, right? The reason why I'm asking is because the other day during the week I lost a subscriber. I lost a subscriber earlier during the week, and so that's why I'm asking. My device frozen. Oh, that makes 100% sense. Yep, it does. It actually does. Yep, it does. It makes sense. And guys, just to show you proof, this is the YouTuber that is in my chat right now. Just to show you guys proof, that is literally the YouTuber that is in my chat right now. After this video gets over, would you like to see me on the drum set, because I'm a drummer. I'm just curious if you would like to see me drum, because I do that for a living. I actually do that for a living. So I'm just curious if you will want to see me. Well, thank you, brother. Thank you. I really appreciate you. But yeah, I'm a drummer, so I'm a drummer, so I'm just curious if you want to see me drum after this. Like after this. I'm just curious. I'll probably make a whole separate live stream though. I'll probably make a whole separate live stream, but it will be on this account. It will be on this account, but it'll be a whole separate live stream. It'll be probably a whole separate live stream. I will go ahead and continue the video while I'm waiting for that.
Railroad crossing light heads, as well as other wayside heads, also have the same.
Here we go. Really? Okay. All right. That's awesome. That is really cool, dude. That is really awesome. That is really awesome.
Peephole, like, idea. Now, how they go about it can be different. It can vary from one to another, but they always do have them on the, whether it's the inside or the outside, and some of the really old ones used a special tool that was actually inserted through a hole on the inside of the head, but when it's opened up, it drops down below the head, and then you look through it, and that was your little eye, and it wasn't actually included with the unit itself, which I thought was weird, but modern day units don't really have that. They're just like this one, where it's generally located on the inside. Very cool light head. I was really happy when I got it, because I wanted to find something like this. Now, the wayside down from this point is still going to do its intended job as I was wanting it to do before, but this here will be yet another wayside head, and who knows, I might actually move this to another location between now and when I actually go about installing it, but for the time being, I think I'm happy with it right here, and that's about all there is to this little unit. I've now gutted the wayside head here, and I'm actually going to use it as just a single light head. Lower LED was dead. It was even marked as that. I actually knew that before I even bought it. Terminal block on the inside was bad, and then the fins on the heat sink for the green LED, which was good, was slightly damaged, but the red one was still in good condition. So I'm going to see what I can do about flipping those around, because I need that the incandescent internal assembly for the wayside down the track.
Okay. All right. Let's go back a few seconds. Now, I'm pretty sure it does mean what I'm about to say, but I just want to clarify. When you mean by the light is dead, that means burn out, right? I just want to clarify that. Or does it mean something else? Because if it means something else, go ahead and tell me. Because I'm curious. I'm actually curious. Yes. All right.
The housing on another one was broken, but that housing here, the structure itself is still good, so I'm just gonna pull out the internals out of that and transfer that over to the, well, some parts to the other wayside head, but I'm gonna take off the back plate and one of the hoods, as well as one of the, don't know what you call those, but just the one segment, I guess, and then I'll convert it to what I need to, and hopefully I can get something put together that makes sense. This here is not complete yet, but this here is kind of how the wayside signal head is going to look like. This here has just a single module, and I may install a dwarf base on it, as well as the single light background. Here are the LED modules. As you can see right here, this one says it's dead. Leads have been cut to ensure that it's not reused again. This one here is a green at the top, and its leads are still intact, and it is still working and operational. And this here is just the little part that actually holds it in place. Older Safetran units, which is the manufacturer of the light head I just showed you, would have a, in the conventional incandescent setup, it would have a clear lens on the front and then a colored lens in the back here, and then the light bulb armature and the bulb would actually mount right here. But this one here was upgraded LED at some point in time, and they removed that, the colored lens, and even the outside lens. These LED modules here will replace all of that. Right up here, you have angles that you can actually install it at, but you generally want the arrow to point straight up, depending on the style of LED module it is. What I need to repair on this module here, since this one here is bad, is the heat sink. That is this black metal piece right here. This here is the resistor. It gets hot. It can't distribute the heat well enough, so they add a heat sink. All it does is just spread out the heat in the hopes of cooling off the unit, as long as it has proper ventilation. And yeah, I'm going to transfer this one to this unit, and won't actually touch any of the actual wiring, so just make it look nicer for the only LED module I have. Now, what this resistor does, I've been asked about in the past, and I finally have one to show. It induces the same resistance and load that a regular incandescent bulb would have. And the reason why that's important is because there is a light out detector. Either it's a relay or a solid state circuit, and it detects whether the light is actually on or not. And if you put one of these LEDs into one of the incandescent lighting wayside heads, and you convert it and it didn't have this, then the load induced from the LED would not be the same as the old incandescent bulb, and thus the system would think that the light is not on or operational. The older incandescent lights would fit in a fitting like this on the SafeTran units. General Signals and other manufacturers have completely different setups, but generally you do have a colored lens, a smaller one, which sits right here, and a larger clear lens which goes on the outside. Then you would have an armature and the bulb, which would sit right in the middle or even slightly off to the side, depending on what angle you want that light to shoot at. And then you can actually rotate those lenses to further reflect and refract light where you want it to go. And these things are really adjusted like really specifically for a certain direction. So there's a lot of adjustments that go into the older incandescent units. These LED modules, not so much, though there are slightly different styles and how they will refract and reflect light. LEDs are much brighter. I'm not a fan of the incandescents as much. I am, but I'm not. Incandescents, all you have to do is change a cheap bulb out. These here are not too expensive. They're fairly inexpensive, but they're still way more expensive than a just an incandescent replacement bulb. And for me, they are a little harder to find because I get these used, and usually they're like this one where they're either all messed up and unusable or they just outright don't work. But I was finally able to get one that does, and I will be putting it out on this Wayside Signal system. Here's a good example of a incandescent SafeTran light head. You have the colored lens, the bulb, the armature for the bulb, then you have the clear front lens. And this here can rotate, and that will give you your angle of where the light is actually going. And then the armature, and if you look really closely, is slightly offset. It's kind of pointed to the side a little bit more because these sit on the side of the rail and not directly on it. So the light will never be fully straight. It's always off to a slight angle, whether that's left or right. It all depends on where the signal is situated and how far the signal needs to be clearly seen from. But it's an old incandescent light style. They are still made. Same with the, of course, the LED modules. Only thing missing from here is the terminal block. The original one is actually broken from that head, but I had to take some parts out of here to salvage at least one Wayside Signal to complete it. And this housing will actually replace another one that's broken, which I'll show at another time. But yeah, even this here will get used. I transported the Wayside head here, the replacement one, and I just decided to go ahead and show you the damaged one right here. Didn't break when I got it. It was already broken when I did. And all I have to do is replace the housing, the lowest section, and then I'll transfer the lenses from that head over to this one. And I should have another working Wayside head. And then that there is just going to be spare parts for the time being. Back to the LED modules. I finally transferred and even cleaned up the heat sink. Now generally you're never supposed to swap parts or even change anything out on these. Once they go bad, you're supposed to throw them away. But again, what I do is for road museums that don't fall under FRA, so I'm not under really strict rules, but there are still certain rules out there that can apply to these. But this here will just be the heat sink that was replaced and not any of the electrical components, so nothing should have been changed there. Here's what the wayside head looks like right now. Again, I'm going to see if that back plate fits on this, and possibly make it a dwarf signal by putting a dwarf base on it. I have that part as well. Okay, black is the start, and then red is the stop. All right. All the gate lights work, and the main lights work. Dropped out. We'll see if it picks up properly. I don't know if you can hear it very well, but there's some clicking going on in the cabinet. And that clicking is the timer relay as well as the flasher relay. Flasher relay flashes the lights, gate lights and main lights, and then the timer relay is what, once the button is pressed, it
Okay, 2 questions all in one. What type of device do you normally make your videos on? Number 2, back to number 1 with number 2. What kind of editor app do you use? And what device do you edit on? Just asking. Just asking. Do. Ah, nice. I make my videos from a Samsung phone, and I use a SD card, with a lot of storage, so much storage. With so much storage, I can make a 12-hour video and it'll still keep going. So yeah, it has a lot of storage on it, which is really useful. So yeah, my storage is really big, for the SD card, especially for the SD card I have. the editor app that I have is called Akaso. I don't know if you heard of that name before. It is a app for mobile users only. iPhone or Android. And it it has its own camera. But if you don't have the camera, that's okay. You can still do your editing in the app as well. But if you have its own camera, then you can go into the camera and all that fun stuff too. I will make a tutorial of it. Sometime. Probably not tonight. I can try to do one tomorrow, but if not, maybe then the following next day. We'll see that. We'll see. Sometime or another, I will make a tutorial video. Sometime or another, I will make a tutorial video. Ah, nice. Yeah, sometimes I do editing, sometimes not. The editing is kind of a big pain in the butt. I'm not gonna lie. It also really depends. The videos that I make and how they turn out. It just really depends how they turn out. Yeah.
Starts counting down, and after a certain period of time, the gate will pick back up, and then the whole system will shut off once the gate reaches the up position. Not much to it for this install. It's pretty straightforward. I'm out here today to work on the long-awaited track circuit system. Here are all the tools I am using out here. Now, this is not a conventional or normal way of doing track circuits using beam clamps as bonding jumpers, but due to the type of install I have out here and the fact that it's just a rare museum, I'm using a little bit different material for this project out here. So if you work on the railroad and you're looking at things and you're saying that is definitely far from being right, well, I was able to get the system to work using these, and yeah, they're not going to be as reliable, but they're way more cost effective for the type of work that I am doing out here, and all that's been factored in as to how things are going to work out here with all these track circuit systems, because it's not just right here that the track circuits are being implemented for the grade crossing out here. It's also going to be for the wayside signals and all the way down the track. So yeah, this is all the tools.
All right. Now, is that railroad crossing for the people only, or can vehicles across that crossing as well? If I had to guess, it's for people only. But let's hear it from the pro. Let's hear it from the pro himself. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. It does make sense. It actually does make sense like that. Yeah. Yeah. It actually does. Yeah. Yes. 100%.
So I'm going to be working with today. Now I got the pickaxe just to dig just a little bit beneath the rail, which you'll see here in a minute. I have a terminal wrench. Now this here isn't going to be used for the track circuit install. I just wanted to show it. I finally got one after 5 years. Finally got an actual SafeTran terminal wrench that everybody's been asking. My old one is still just fine. I just decided to get the right tool. Nothing wrong with the old one that I had. Like I said before, it fits, it works just fine, but finally I was just able to get one, and it was actually a lot better to use. I no longer have the slack in between the screwdriver and the socket, which is 1/2 inch on all this equipment out here. It took time to get used to for my other one, like anything moving on to something new. And I do enjoy it. It's a lot more lightweight. There's no slack in it, but it is a very loose fit over the terminals. Now, here's the multimeter. I'm going to be checking ohms and continuity. With that, I have my crimper tool, which will come in handy for this right here, which I'll go over in a minute. I have a wrench and then a large screwdriver for the beam clamps. Both of those tools will be used too far in my approach.
For more 2026. And I'm also going to say this again as well, just in case if you did not catch this the first time as well. I'm sorry if the stream is lagging a little bit. There has been a little bit of Wi-Fi issues and errors. Again, I do apologize.
Out here is about 3 miles per hour on this approach, and the approach behind me is about 5 miles an hour coming back. And I am going to make them as even in length as I possibly can, but I have other overlapping track circuits such as wayside signals, as well as the other grade crossing down over there right by the locomotive, and that one's going to be remote activated as well as automated through the track circuit, because that train doesn't start moving until it's too close to the grade crossing. So they're gonna have a dedicated remote for that grade crossing over there to activate it initially before their movement. Once they proceed to move, the signal's on and it automatically shuts off every rail movement they do.
So I take it the track on the right side is not in use anymore, right? Am I correct? The track on the right side is no longer in use? Oh, okay. That makes sense. But there's not a whole lot of room, but it does make sense.
So this track circuit right here is actually going to produce power to that cabinet over there, because again, it's an overlapping track circuit. So a lot is going into this this approach as well as the other one. And I'll go through all that as time goes on. There's a lot to track circuits, and I can't go too in depth into all that, but I will definitely show what I can. And I'll start with the installation of these bonding jumpers. reason for these is because there is not a very good connection between two rusted steel materials. So we install these track jumpers, and I'll actually show you what one is supposed to look like on a regular install, because we do have one out here. Again, this is going to be a little bit different for this museum install out here. I do not have to go according to FRA standards, though I do try to get as close as I can, but for me it's not cost effective for me to go try to make every rule be a thing that's implemented out here. It just gets far too expensive. But this system is very safe, and I'm not going to be taking any shortcuts that will interfere with the proper operation of the grade crossings as far as fail-safe goes. Everything is all fail-safe out here. A single bond is no longer bonding properly. These signals will activate and drop the gates at any install, whether it's that grade crossing, the grade crossing I'm at here, or any of the wayside signals. So it's all fail-safe. And I'll go over real quick and show you the regular bonding jumper. As I'm walking over to the crossing over there where that bonding jumper is that I want to show you, I still have a few more connections to make over here. And this is what a beam clamp is. Then I have some number 6 tying the two together, and an extra bolt on the bottom to actually hold it to the rail and bite through the rust. And I always make sure that those are making 0 ohms of resistance per joint before I move on to the next one. So here's another one. Here's another one. I don't know why that one's already bonded, but it is. And then this right here is the beginning of the track circuit, and I'll go over that in a minute on the way back. This train is not going to be moving as I'm felling the tracks out here, so I'm all safe there. Now this here is a regular bonding jumper. As you can see, it is welded to each rail, and sometimes they actually double these up, so in the event that one of them breaks, there is still a good connection, and it just adds redundancy in the track circuit. Right now I'm only going to be using one for this out here, and if I start having a lot of problems with that, then I will double them up as well. But that's just what a regular bonding jumper looks like, not much to it. Okay, now I'm at the actual approach for technically both grade crossings out here. I'm right now between them. This here is the approach shunt, and well, one of them, and it has a lead going from one side of the rail to the other, and I actually have to redo this location as I'm using beam clamps and I'm not welding to the rail or drilling those anymore. But that is an approach shunt. That's the very beginning of the actual track circuit. So as I go down the rail line, everything is bonded. Well, obviously not that yet. Now I'm making my way back to the end of this approach, and then after this approach it becomes the island circuit. Right here are the track leads I'll be working with, and then I'll be installing a bonding jumper right there, and then I will terminate the shunt on this approach once I'm done with all these leads. All that has to happen now on this approach is the testing, the final testing, that all the conductors can be buried over here.
Well, that was exciting. I wonder what was gonna. I wonder what's gonna come next. I'm really excited. I'm really excited for more. This will be a really exciting journey as it continues, just as it continues. So, which is really cool, awesome. I really love it. It's really exciting, and I'm glad you do this. And I'm also happy that you join my live streams. It's really cool. It's really cool. Thank you for being my subscriber too. Thank you so much for being my subscriber as well. So that's also really cool of you. So guys, unfortunately, that'll be the end of the live stream for now. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you, dude, for joining again. Shout out to him. Shout out to you, bro. He's the best. He's the GOAT, as they say. He's the GOAT. But yeah, I really do enjoy content like this. I really do enjoy content like this. You know, it's funny. I have a friend named Michael. His dad used to work for the railroad. I find that interesting. I really do find that interesting. So that's a little fun fact for the day. That's a little fun fact word for the day. Do you guys have any questions? And I don't think I have any questions, but except that this dude is awesome at making content like this. This dude is awesome making content like this. Keep it up, brother. Keep it up, brother. You're doing awesome. You are doing awesome. I really can't wait to see what's next. It'll be the best. Alright, sounds good, bro. See you later. See you later. Thanks for joining. Thank you for joining. Bye, bro. Bye-bye, bro. Bye. Alright. I'll see you guys next time. See you guys next time.